see here. Mr. Klein, will you give us the invocation, please, sir?
I would be proud to. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the gifts you give us, and we thank you at this table for giving us the gift of helping direct the county through tough times and good times. Lord, we ask you to give us wisdom tonight, that we have good debate and discussion about all the items on the agenda, and we ask that you help us do what the public needs us to do in these items. We ask this all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. So I'll make a quick note here. Mr. Hyde called, said he was not going to be available today. Without objection, are there any amendments to the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Recognition of the public. Then we have one person, Mr. Kevin Baker.
Kevin Baker, 424 A.B. Wade Road. Regarding the $60,000 transfer of monies for ECC, I see again that we're adjusting deputy directors' pay. We have a long history of overpaying our management and not paying our workers well enough. You know, I can't say that the last pay study that we did included ECC, but certainly somebody should take a look at that. I mean, here we go again, and then we'll say we need more money because we're going to have to raise all the workers when we're artificially raising the cost of administrative burden. But anyhow, the other thing is election commission paying to move things. You know, I don't know, and maybe I missed something with the whole relocation of the elections to now Union Street. I'd just like to hear some discussion about that and why we need to be transferring money around to do that when we still have litigation, I believe, pending, and you know, here we go again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, my report. So my understanding, oh, sorry. Thank you, sir. Second. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Harrison. So moving on to the discussion with the finance director. So I had this here, but my understanding is that we don't really have anything to move on. So unless there's a motion on the floor to move something forward, I can just move this thing along. Unless there's a motion to move a contract forward or put forward an amount, which my understanding is that there's not an amount coming forward from financial management, so we'll just.
So, I have discussion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, go ahead. Motion to discuss. All right, we'll do this one again. So motion to discuss, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No.
No.
Motion carries. Okay. Motion carries. Go ahead.
So that's a no, you don't want an update from financial management.
All right.
I mean, I can keep it short. Financial management is doing reference checks. We'll get back to you.
Any other discussion?
You want to discuss?
I want to know what else you wanted to say.
So as far as the contract coming forward, I've been checking around regarding contracts and financial directors. It turns out that I've been looking for a sample contract as to what kind of contracts the other counties offer. Because as we all know, Mr. Long had a very sweet contract with his pay increasing exponentially. So I was surprised that I came up empty-handed. That's because Montgomery County commissioners laughed at me when I told them they have no contract on their finance director. They thought that was the silliest thing. They said, you Sumner County people. I called Williamson County commissioners. They don't have a contract either. I called Dixon. I called Tipton. I called like 2 others. I've got a couple of people still going to call me back, but I cannot find any county. I called Gallatin. They don't have a contract on their finance director. Hendersonville doesn't have a contract on their finance director. These people serve at the wheel just like any other employee. I can't find anybody that has that. I said, well, when did we get contracts? But the person that served as our finance director preceding Mr. Long did not have a contract. So that was a new thing. So whether we need to have a contract employee, in my mind, is questionable at this point. Or whether we need to just go back to having an employee like all the others do. So that's something I'd like for y'all all to consider as we look at this.
So if we don't have to have a contract, what happens?
Well, we're just like everybody else. They're an employee, just like Mr. Guthrie. It's an employee. Still the same person they would if they had a contract. They report to financial management, just like the 1981, the 2012, the amended 18. They all say the same thing. Whether that employee is a contract or a non-contract, that doesn't change. And it doesn't change between which act we're going to talk about. Only thing that changes is that I found out none of the others are doing anything like that. And it just happened here when Mr. Long arrived. And then we saw what happened with his salary. It was going up at the rate of the highest employee in the county. He put a couple of sweet pills in there. And his contract also said that if we were to relieve him of services, we would pay him through the end of his contract. He had some golden parachutes in his contract. But it's not something that the other counties, apparently, that I've found are doing. Now, I didn't call Davidson because they're a metropolis.
So let's play this out here. I will acknowledge
that
I lost on that vote. So let's play this out real quick then. Let's say we don't need a contract, and financial management finishes calling references and is happy with this candidate. What happens? You guys vote on it? We're good. Does the commission need to do anything?
It's all spelled out in the private act.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this is where we're.
And we're trying to accommodate both the 81 as well as the 12 amendments.
Which I agree with, by the way.
So at this point, we're not going to have that bigger discussion.
I agree with that.
But both of them come back to the same result regarding how the finance director reports. Both the 81 as well as 12 both say the same thing. So that didn't change between that.
Let me pile on a little bit though here. So the way I was understanding that with the contract is that, I'm a fan of trying to not have the war over the 81 versus 2012 Act and to get a good person. That I'm very much in agreement with. But my understanding was that we were all able to come to a tent on this because the financial management, the mayor at least has currently, has a candidate. Financial management is considering that candidate, so we're kind of doing both. The mayor has brought one forward, but financial management is considering it, and then we would go forward with the full commission with the contract. And so we are once again having the full commission vote on it. So we're making everybody happy here. What?
Well, there was nothing that said a contract.
Well, this is my point. So if the financial management, and this is the key difference with the contract, if you don't have a contract, if financial management, and maybe this is, Mr. Sittler, this is a question for you. If we don't have a contract and financial management gives a stamp of approval for this individual, does the full commission need to do anything? That's my question. Does this committee need to do anything? And I guess the real question is, do we need to do anything? And two, who sets the amount, right? If there's not a contract, who sets the amount for that line item? We still have to figure that out.
You have, no one's asked me to entertain this question, so I have to put some time into it, but the way I understand is financial management has control over this aspect as far as the hiring part. So as far as changing lines, the amount of money that's paid, I think that financial management, based on my understanding, would have the ability to hire that person with whatever terms. Now, does it need ratification by the commission? I'm not 100% sure, but that's never been an issue before, at least in the recent past, because there was a contract that had to go through,
right,
and it had to go through the normal hoops because of the amount of the contract. So certain other aspects were guiding that process, which led to commission approval as well. So I'll have.
Yeah, so this is a question you're gonna have to answer. I think
The question is contract or no contract, is what this board.
Yeah, so we've got two branches here, right? I mean, I think we've got the contract branch pretty well understood.
Right, and no one's come up to me and said they want to entertain doing this as a at-will. I would like to throw this one piece out there. I understand the commission or this committee's lack of desire to move on with the contract, but with a position like this, I find it very unlikely that you will get a good employee or finance director that doesn't have some sort of guarantee in a contract. Because they're not going to come over here as an at-will employee.
Well, they do in every other county.
Mr. Becker, go ahead.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was gonna mention that. It sounds like they do in every other county and city and so forth. So I don't know the answer to that. But going back to what the salary amount is, I mean, at some point, whether it's in a contract or not,
Right.
the salary would have to be brought up. Yes, here in budget.
Right.
And so I don't know if the financial management's at a point where they want us to entertain an up to amount, salary-wise, or not. I don't know where they stand on that. But, I mean, either way, contract or not, a dollar amount's got to be determined.
That was the second part.
Yeah, I mean.
Ms. Burkle, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Ms. Burkle.
We voted on the EMS director, why would we not vote as a commission on the finance?
Well, there are different.
With or without the contract.
Right, but there are different statutes that govern different employees. I mean, that's according to the 1981 Act, the finance director is hired by the financial management committee. There's nothing equivalent like that for the EMS director.
We haven't even decided what act we're under.
Right. I mean, and we can have that if we want to make motions and do that now, like we can. I will tell my position, and for the whole world, anybody who's ever asked me about it, my position is that.
Can I make a procedural comment?
Yeah.
You're hitting on a bunch of stuff that's not on the agenda.
I agree.
This has been tabled a month. I highly recommend this be an agenda item.
I agree with you. Any other discussion on that?
I have some more follow-up.
Go ahead.
And I understand what you're saying, but this is relevant to that act issue, just so that we're all aware of this. When I spoke to the finance director in Dixon County, it was very odd. They're under, I believe he told me, the 57, which they went from general law to the 57. But he told me, he's like, and our blah, blah, blah mayor thinks that we're going to go back under the 81. So he and I had a long discussion about that. So I don't know if there's something coming from the state. I just want to throw that out there. There's something going on with these acts somewhere else because he was totally surprised. Just throw that out there. As far as the salary, I'm preparing a list of what other counties have paid their finance directors. It's extremely easy. They have a line item in the chart of accounts that's just theirs, and there's a line that's in the audit report. Every finance director's salary is out there online for us to look at and to see where we're at. I would mention that our candidate has never made a budget and has never ran a department. So when we go talking about the numbers, we shouldn't look at it with what Mr. Long was making in his golden contract. But that, I will email you a salary list.
Any other discussion on this one?
Make a motion to end discussion.
Yeah. Without objection, I think we're there already. Mr. Mayor.
No.
Okay. Financial statement memo, nothing new there. Oh, sorry, I've taken over. Beth, I'm so sorry. You go ahead.
Go right ahead.
No. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Financial statement memos in the packet. We should have those on the website by December 22nd. You have the budget calendar for fiscal year 27 in the packet that we need to look at. If you have questions, let me know. This will have a budget by June 30. It does require changing some meeting dates around in order to meet the deadline of June 30.
I'd entertain a motion to approve. So moved. Second.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Ron.
The discussions on budget are about 2 months earlier than we have in the past.
This is actually, this was last year's calendar. We didn't follow last year's calendar.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm fine with it. I was just,
And if you recall from our conversations last time, we were borderline bumping up a bit, being out of.
right. Yeah, I knew that, but that was because it went all the way to August.
So, yeah, earlier, I mean, we've been constantly trying to move this back. It all depends on how quickly we can get the documentation in from the departments. But
Okay.
this is, I mean, I think this is a good standard to set.
Okay.
I'm in full agreement.
Okay.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously. Ms. Browning?
So we have several payroll transfers. The first one's for ECC. The executive committee voted at their October meeting to put Mr. Guthrie in as the director, to increase his salary. Increase it by $33,082. Increase the deputy director's salary $5,567, and then to add an administrative assistant position. The adjustment for that position and for the deputy director would come out of the salary line because there would be excess funds in that line. Mr. Guthrie would continue to be paid his full salary from the ECD line, and then the additional amount would come out of the ECC line. So the director salary in ECC would be lower than what it currently is, the portion that ECC is paying.
Just for to have an emotional for us there. I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay, I'm gonna get into because I have several questions here, and but Mr. Mayor, you might have been first.
Yeah, I just want to, everybody know, we pay 32% of that. We don't pay 100%.
Right, no. So, but I understand, you know, I was gonna make that comment too, but, so we're going up what percentage increase for the director position?
In total, it's going down.
I'm sorry, for the deputy director position, right? So we're going up?
I don't know what her current salary is. She's here, though.
So we're trying to, so we're reducing 60,000, of which we take a third of that. Is that correct? Or no?
You're not reducing it. You're moving 60,000 to create
Right,
an
but from the
administrative.
supervisor director position.
You're taking the money out of the director position,
Correct.
yes.
Correct. And so are we
But
not,
you're not,
are we not reducing that individual's salary?
yes.
Okay.
Salary for the director is reduced.
Right.
Because he's now going to be the director of both departments. So a portion of his salary.
So he's gonna be a shared,
He's gonna run
he's
both.
gonna run both the ECC and ECD. Okay.
Instead of getting salary for both.
For both.
Getting a
He's getting a bit from each and then taking, so he's gonna take 2 roles. Okay. And then he adds a clerical person. Or,
Yes,
yeah.
an admin position.
So, I mean, in a way, this almost feels, this feels almost efficient, right? Like you're gonna have one
there's a
As opposed to having two senior people, you have one senior person and junior people, because this actually,
but there's a net reduction in total cost.
yeah. I think I'm good with this. Okay. That's Boyd.
I'm sure you don't have this, but do you have a handy, like an org chart? Because I'm just trying to imagine how many people this is. And earlier, I think the comments were like the people underneath them not getting raises. And I don't know what those pay levels look like. I know I spend a lot of time on that during budget, when we sit in here in the hearings and stuff, and we do a lot of looking at the compression between the top and the bottom and all that. But right now, I'm just hearing that it's just moving money, and I don't know if you have that information or not, and I'm sorry, I do not.
Go ahead, Ms. Klein.
And Beth, you don't know what the loaded cost would be with this salary change?
No, but those benefits are already in there.
Figured into the other position. Yeah.
So well, I guess I have another question here. Are we removing a position entirely?
No,
We're not removing, were we going to credit?
you're creating a new position.
Go ahead.
I'm not a voting member here, but if y'all would like to entertain to suspend the rules and maybe.
Yeah.
I have a motion to suspend.
All in favor? Yeah, you might be able to shift. Can you give us maybe a little bit of, tell us what the plan here is?
Sure. I'm the director of the district. The district reimburses you 100% of the cost that it takes for me and my 3 employees. I'm still going to be over the district. I'm still going to oversee the district.
The district is ECD.
ECD, correct?
Okay.
Yes, the 911 office. The ECC has a budgeted director position for $128,000. The proposal is that you would pay me $33,000 and some change to oversee the ECC in addition to the district. That $33,000 is going to come out of the director's line. I'm also asking for a salary increase for the deputy director. She keeps up with her time sheet, even though she's an exempt employee, but I see that she works well over 40 hours a week. So that would increase her salary by about $5,500. That would come out of the director salary line item. So, and then in addition, I want to put in place an administrative assistant who's going to offload some responsibilities of the managers so they can focus on more technical parts of their job that is exclusive to managers within the center. And some of the daily tasks that they're doing now can be absorbed by an administrative assistant. Sir.
So, yeah, I'll get your next one. So here's my question, Mr. Guthrie.
Yes, sir.
This feels like a good call, actually. This feels like it's efficient, right? So, but a few questions. And I asked this earlier, and I just want to be super clear. And I should know this, but I don't. Is there currently a billeted ECC director and ECD director? Currently, 2 billeted positions.
Yes.
There are 2 billeted positions. And right now, you are filling the ECD.
Yes,
Correct.
that's my position.
Correct.
Yes.
So, and the ECC director is unfilled.
I've been in the interim for about 26
Right.
months.
So we are talking about unifying those positions, which, I mean, feels effective, but I just want to, are we organizationally going to try to unify those positions, or is this just filling a stopgap? That's the question.
You want the medium answer for that?
Sure.
There's an interlocal agreement that will be before you. It just went out of legislative committee a few minutes ago. That says essentially that the ECD director will assume the responsibility of the ECC director until either party, the district or the county, decide that they don't want to do it, and they give a 90-day out. So this is consistent with what other districts do across the state and other counties. Not all counties do it that way, but it's not unprecedented.
Okay. Those are my questions. Any others? Mr. Klein?
So, as the director, ECD, you have 3 employees.
Correct.
And The other, assistant, does she work for ECD now or ECC?
The ECD.
She
Nothing will change with those employees.
Okay, so does she won't have anything to do with ECC?
That's correct.
She's just,
She has her hands full with the district manager.
and it's because she's working a lot of overtime.
Well, no, I'm sorry. An administrative assistant or the deputy director? I'm sorry.
Well, I thought you said a minute ago that the administrative assistant was working way more hours than.
The deputy director.
Oh,
Admin assistant's a new position.
okay, okay.
I think it's under the line item as an assistant. That's actually a deputy director.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it is as assistant. That's why I was confused about assistant and deputy. Okay, so I'm assuming that she's doing a lot of this work because you're splitting your time.
She's doing quite a bit of it, yes.
Yeah, okay. So,
I think we complement each other well with how the organization's set.
and you had said the net reduction by doing this manipulation would be 40?
Let me do the math real quick.
Okay.
So 55,000, up to 55,000, 5,500, so that would be what, 60,500. And then the salary that you would pay me is roughly 33,000. So yeah,
$32,000.
32,000. So you're looking at somewhere around a $30,000 net.
Maybe a little less when you wrap it all up. Okay, sure. Next one, go ahead.
Is there any reason we wouldn't combine the two departments? Or are they that different? I don't know, I'm just asking the question.
It works extremely well the way it is now, and I would highly
And
discourage.
these are based on interlocal agreements. It would probably be a lot of.
It would not be conducive to.
We couldn't just
combine those.
do
They're under different governing.
Yeah, we couldn't just make that call. Okay, any other questions? Go ahead.
So, I know that we split this, we pay a third of it. So am I looking at a third, like, is the assistant, the 5,500, is that a third of the cost? Or
That's the full cost.
that's the full cost?
We budget the full cost.
And then the
we're
others pay
reimbursed.
us?
Yeah.
Correct.
I just wanted to clarify.
Any other? Go ahead.
Is the 32%, is that of the ECD?
No.
And it's only the ECC portion, right?
Correct. ECD's completely reimbursed.
Yeah.
Plus, that's a separate.
Yeah.
Plus-
The ECC is the one that's a third, basically, or
No.
roughly 32%.
We're 32, and then the 5 municipalities pay the rest.
Okay. All right, thanks.
So, I would just like to put it on old business so I could see what the compression and what the order chart and
Let's
stuff,
bring
all the numbers would be out.
if we want to do that.
Yeah.
Any other questions for Mr. Guthrie? Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Guthrie.
you.
Okay, was that going to come in the form of a motion?
It could be, yes. I'd like to move it to old business and ask that finance or the ECD could provide us with an org chart and that we could see how many employees that we're talking about, how many is downstream. And if we're going to be faced with, come budget time, that whole issue of compression and we need to raise everybody's salary. Because we offered that a lot in the last 2 years of budget. And just so I can see the numbers.
Your motion is to
just
defer it for.
and get more information.
So you have a motion? Any discussion on this? I guess, because Ms. Browning, have you accounted for, fully wrapped?
That's included because the supervisor, director's position includes.
I think, for me, based on that, I've got enough information based on that and what Mr. Guthrie said, I'm gonna be against it. That's a reasonable request, but I'm gonna be against it because I think I know enough.
Yeah, I think I'm in favor, but I still would I think it's prudent for us
Yeah,
to look at all the documentation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? No. Okay, now we're back on the main. All in favor Ms. Browning, does this need a second reading?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say you're gonna do it anyway. So, all in favor of the original motion to go ahead and move approve this transfer? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm abstaining because I don't have the information.
All right, so one abstention and one no.
Yeah.
All right, okay, Ms. Browning, back to you.
The next one is for a transfer for ECC for an on-call stipend, and this pays $50 per shift to an employee that is on call.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. No opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously. Okay, plant engineering, 6,000. Ms. Browning, you can throw something at me if I keep stepping on you. Go ahead.
This is for a salary increase for the planning director. No new money.
We have a motion.
I'll second it. Any particular reason why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We understand.
What's the, just would like to know,
Why? What's
do
up?
we have any reason for it? Anybody here?
It goes with, his new role as director. He's in the director's position now.
Since we lost Mr. Sutter, he's now, Marshall Boyd is now, he's now going to be the planning.
So is this bringing, so is this just bringing, so this isn't net new, this isn't net new for the line item, this is bringing an individual up within
Well,
that line?
this is to adjust the budget in that line for the salary increase that he received, because there were.
Is it, I guess my question is this a face or is this a space? Is this,
I don't understand that.
what I mean by that is this for the seat, are we increasing the amount for the role, or are we increasing the amount for the person?
For the person, I'm not understanding that. I'm not going to swear to that.
Because if we're increasing it for the seat, that feels like a net new, right? Like we aligned that. If it's, when we talked, I should have asked you about this. This is my fault. Let me look. I can probably figure this out.
I think what he's asking is, he's making what he was making before Josh left.
Right.
How much is Josh making the budget?
Well, he's already been bumped.
Oh, he has.
This is
I
just to
think
fix
that's what
the
he's
salary line.
I think that's what he's asking.
Go ahead, Mr. President.
It sounds to me, and I don't know for sure, but it might sound like this is just moving money around in the budget to match what's already happening in the real world.
Correct.
You might want to verify that, but that's what the discussion down here is. Like, this isn't going to be any new money to him. He's already happy. No, I just want to make sure that's clear. If that's true.
Go ahead, Ms. Boyd.
I was just trying to remember, wasn't it Josh's salary that I was detailing out during the last budget that he was paid more than some of our elected officials? It seems like I remember pointing out that Josh made more than our county clerk.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying here, I don't understand.
Josh would have had vacation payouts on, so this line's going to be negative.
I just don't understand how we're doing this, and I just need more time to digest.
So is this line going to be, that,
We can bring it back next month. I mean, it's not going to change. He's already being paid, so it's not going to change anything.
He's already getting paid this month?
Whatever his increase to,
It's up to the
from
mayor.
his engineer salary, he's already been paid.
You're just trying to keep the line from going negative.
so,
But
let
I
me get, like, and here's the thing where maybe we're getting into like, sorry, I'll get you.
Yeah, sure.
So, there's a point where, again, once we set the budget, as long, constitutional officers can move stuff around. That's the only thing we have to watch out for here on it, which is why we asked for this check, is to make sure that we're not kind of shadow bumping somebody up with that. That's why I asked the question of, are we increasing the seat, or are we increasing the pay for the butt in the seat? Because as long as we're not increasing the pay for the seat, I'll be for this.
Why don't we bring this back
Okay,
next month
that's
with more
fine.
information?
Without objection, I'll leave this on.
I'll withdraw my motion and change it to.
Do you have
I have a request. could we, because I work with the planning commission and the planners, I know that there are other people who have picked up some of the load of Josh. And I would appreciate a organizational chart to see if there is anything that we're missing. I don't think there is. The way it was explained to me, Mr. Mayor.
We submitted an org chart with his, you received one with his appointment.
We no longer have a motion on the board, but I just don't want to get that.
Okay.
So we're going to keep this on old business. Ms. Browning, let's continue with item C.
Harrisville Library was a comp payout for two former employees.
Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously.
We have a comp payout for the mayor's office for former employees.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Sheriff's office is asking to transfer $30,000 from a part-time line in the sheriff's office to a part-time line in animal control to hire a vet tech.
Second. I've got a second. You got a second. I have a quick question. We may have to defer it, but I think it can be answered pretty quick and easy. This is part-time to part-time, correct?
Correct.
So we're not creating a new full-time position.
Correct. It's just changing locations.
It's just changing locations. Okay, that's all I really care to know. Any discussion on that? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously.
Small Library is asking to increase the hours and the pay rate for part-time employees.
Entertain a motion. Well, I'll move just to hear it, but because I want to know where this came from.
Motion to discuss.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Where did the increase come from Westmoreland? What's
It's coming out of the library library.
well, I mean, where'd the request come from?
The new library director.
So she's taking it out of her line?
No, this is the librarian's line. So the lady, they had a lady that was serving as interim director, so she was being paid out of the director's line. So there's additional money in the librarian's line where she wasn't, her position was vacant for that period of time where she was interim.
Go ahead.
So it's not new money?
No.
And so it's not an increase in their MOE?
No, but next year, you would need to look at that because you're increasing your part-time funds, so you would need to decrease the full-time funds next year.
I can't support that right now.
Yeah, all right. Ms.
So-
Boyd.
I'm reading their explanation here that, the employee, they want to move them from 25 hours to 29 hours per week because they're doing a great job. What they're not telling me is that they need somebody. They're not saying that we need extra help. They're just saying
They're doing a great job.
they're doing a great job, so let's give them more hours. I want to hear that my community needs more hours or more help or more resources, not, that would be my comment. I don't
Mr.
see
Condon,
any.
This is another one of those things that I'm totally confused on. Should she not be bringing that to the library board first?
In a situation like this, by law states that the budget chairman, not the budget chairman, but the chairman of the library board should be here to present this because it's an overall increase in the budget. It could be that Ms. Holmes did not discuss that with Ms. Grammer. It could also be that Ms. Grammer does not understand the duties of her role as chairman. So I think we should pass on this because this is, in comparison to last month was not any new money, and it would not have affected the expenses for next year. It was money that was already budgeted, and it also, and to that, if that had not been a multi-year contract, she wouldn't have even come and asked us for permission for that, the Millersville Library. This is an increase in salary. So the bylaws of the library board say she should come and speak to us.
I was going to be.
She should have come and presented that to us.
Got it.
I don't necessarily believe that the library board would have needed to vote on it, but she would have had to present it because it's an overall budget change.
If this would have been a pure transfer, and Ms. Browning, with the second part of what you said wouldn't have been applicable, I would have voted to move this forward. And if we just let her know, like, that's why.
She's going to need to go, she is going to need to come back and,
To-
and on top of that, I'd like to know their need. I'd like to know a need, like we need somebody, not just
Yeah, that's,
a need.
so motion, I mean, without objection, I'd just like to leave this on old business. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Browning, go ahead.
So the election commission has moved to, the 1019 Union School Road location. So we are asking that their current budget, which is budgeted in.
Motion to deny.
Second.
Any further discussion on this one?
I am in favor of your motion, but I'd like to make a comment. I have been looking at the monthly numbers, and they've already incurred a lot of costs and actually shot out some of their line items already.
Well, we're
I just
gonna
wanna
get to
lay
that
that
here in a
on the
little bit, so.
Yes.
Any other discussion on this one? All in favor of my motion?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
No.
Motion carries.
Who's seconding?
Brian did. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Browning.
Next one's the other interbudgetary transfers. If anybody has any questions, I will try to answer them.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Okay. Oh. We have one no. All right, moving on to old business here. The first one, thank you, Ms. Browning.
Can I just ask for some guidance?
Yes.
First, regarding the election commission. You voted no on these transfers. They have been requesting periodic transfers from the 1100 location to 8000, which is Union School Road. Are we to cease doing those?
Yes.
Because y'all just did it.
There's a few
Oh,
on
okay,
here.
so,
I mean,
yeah,
they've already been
fair enough.
processed.
So, I was on the prevailing, side here, so I will, make a motion just to clear this up, because you have two conflicting things. I will make a motion to, reconsider the interbudgetary.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Okay. So, we're reconsidering, so I'm gonna make a motion here to approve all of those except those which would have been, I'll make a motion to approve all interbudgetary, transfers excepting those that, would have been counter to our vote on item number C2, the request to move budget from, location 1100 to, location 8000. So that's my motion. Approve everything else.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
We have,
No, I'm going to oppose.
okay, we have 3-2, so motion carries. Okay, thank you, Ms. Browning, for pointing that out. Okay, moving on to old business here. So, this first one was from last month. There was a request to transfer between major categories, and one was from non-salary to salary. I've since spoken with Mr. Ellis a couple times, and my understanding, Ms. Browning, and I believe he's here, is that he has since spoken with you and realigned this such that it is a true net. Is that the case?
It is. You'll see the total amount did increase, and some of the amounts within the line items changed from the request that was sent last month. Both requests are in the.
But it is a net from salary to salary now. Is that
Correct. It
okay?
includes the necessary.
And it includes the wrap rate. They're
Yes.
fully wrapped. Okay. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion on this one? Ms. Boyd?
I would just like to know, and we can suspend the rules and Mr. Ellis can tell.
Without objection, I'll suspend the rules.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Ellis? Go ahead.
I'm just still trying to understand. I know that you wanted another clerical and you needed another clerical, and we denied you. And then in financial management, just this last week, we don't have to go back through all of that. And we talked about the problem with the purchase order, and we had a lengthy discussion. So I don't understand how you can give us clerical now. I know you want to increase these salaries, but I can't understand. You needed a person, and we said no. And then in financial management, it sounded like you needed more help, but now you're getting rid of this position for help.
No, I didn't really get rid of the position. I wanted a full-time person, and I didn't get the full-time person, so I actually have a labor person that's kind of filling in and helping me with some of these roles. The rest of it is like spread out through mechanics, labor, truck drivers, operators. It's 2 or 3 people in each item that we're just trying to bump up a little bit. It's not a lot of money, and so it's something that we've got people still not making very much, and we're just trying to up it. And right now, I didn't get the full-time position, but I actually we just figured out a way to work with what we got.
Then, and just so the board knows, our discussion was on purchase orders and the approval of purchase orders, and the purchase order was created after the work was started, and it was due to a lot of stuff that goes on in the shop.
The clerical person doesn't have anything to do with purchase orders.
So we're getting we're getting a little bit off topic.
This is just
So I just want to make sure
basically
you
what
have
it is.
discussing
I've
it.
got the same personnel, and this is categories that's part-time and seasonal, that is in salary items that we're just moving and try to bump some people that are making enough of it.
All right.
Well, and it's 2 or 3 people per category.
Mr. Becker, or did you have any other questions, Mr. Wood?
No.
Mr. Becker.
Are these bumps in salary, were they denied in our budget cycle? Like what, I'm typically not in favor of doing this outside budget cycles, but I didn't know if there was some extraordinary circumstance that's come up.
I mean, we've been very blessed in getting some raises, but we're still working toward that goal with a few areas and trying to stay up. I mean, we've got, it just hasn't been managed. I don't feel like we're still against the 8 ball here. We're still trying to get a few salaries up. I still got people that are making below $19 an hour that are very experienced people. We're trying to bump them up 50 cents to $1 in some places.
But my question was there a request that got denied during our normal budget cycle, is my question. Or is this something that's come up since?
Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's just we've got money in there that's not being allocated. I'm just trying to use it to try to help a few positions out.
So I'm going to go ahead.
No, thanks, sir.
Is there any other questions? I got a comment. Thank you, Mr. Ellison. We may call it back up. My comment here is this: so like I have, when it comes to net new employees or a net new, calls back in. Bring us back into order. When it comes to a net new employee or a net increase in a salary line item, right, or in salary for a department, I generally agree with you. But we do stuff like this in terms of moving salary around. We've done that. I mean, the whole time I've been here, and I think it's been done before, as long as it's net. The problem that I had, so the reason I'm okay with this now, and I wasn't before, was because we were going from non-salary one time to salary, which that's a no-no. And I spoke to Mr. Ellis about that shortly thereafter. If this is a net new position, I had some of the same position, but we were effectively cutting a position in order to change that, and so I think we're okay with it. At this point, this feels okay for me, because we're not bringing in that new position. And Ms. Browning, I believe we are now fully accounting for everything in terms of benefits and a completely wrapped rate, and it's not a net increase. So I'm okay with it for those reasons, but in general, if it had, the way it was originally structured, I'd have been against it. Go ahead.
So if these are going up, what's going down to make it net?
So,
Part-time clerical.
Part-time clerical.
But you're reducing more total part-time clerical in order to get to the benefits. Is that my understanding? So clerical more.
Seasonal personnel.
So, but more, you're reducing the total amount of dollar salary so that you can account for the benefits. Does that make sense?
$4,500.
Ms. Boyd?
So I have two items, and back to, where we were, I really can't see cutting their clerical. I mean, it was $1 million PO exception because they had communication problems. I don't, that's their shop to run. But with this, is this not double their salary? If we're looking at adding $41,000 to the salary of highway, when we come in at, that's half a year. When we come in at next year, are we not looking at 82? Because we've raised these gentlemen's salary, let's say, up, and this accounts for half a year.
To 41,000?
Is this for half a year? I mean, we're just adding it on. We're going to give them these raises, and then when we come back and it's July, I mean, we've raised them up, so wouldn't it be double? Because
I see your question.
This is 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a without objection. I'd like to, Mr. Ellis, can you answer this one too? That's a good question. I didn't think about this. I was thinking just about the salary to salary. So, Ms. Boyd, can you restate the question here?
It's based on 2,090 hours in a year. And we don't have that many hours left, but it's based on a full year.
So it's based on a full year. You're not. It's not, okay.
It's apples to apples, and we won't spend that much for the rest of the year. But going forward, it'll be a wash.
All right.
There'll be no.
Any other?
It will not have the maintenance of effort at all.
Got it. That's what I wanted to hear. Ms. Boyd, any other questions? I'll pull us back under order. Okay, any further discussion on this one? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
I'm opposed to mid-year raises.
Fair. Okay, this is a transfer, Ms. Browning. I don't believe this needs, this does not need a second reading, correct?
No, the one we just did.
For highway?
For highway?
No.
Okay.
It's just between major
Got it.
categories.
Yes.
Fine.
Yep. Okay, County Commission, $724,685 for courtroom 5C build out. This is the second reading. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, second. Any discussion on this one?
Oh, I guess I need to make the motion. You say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did you motion?
I make the motion.
Okay, I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Okay, motion carries, so this one, moves on to the floor. Okay, moving on to new business. Item number A1, Election Commission, A and B. So this is for equipment moves and this is relocations. I'm going to move to deny.
Second.
Motion and a second.
Are you grouping?
Yes, a motion to group and approve all of one, A and B, motion to deny.
Second.
Any discussion on this one? Go ahead.
So, all of these denials, I just want you to understand, you've been sued. You've denied convenient vote centers and the additional 9 precincts. So that will create longer lines at the polls because they won't have either one. I'm just telling you again, and now I'm going to go on on video and on public record, you will lose this suit. You're gonna end up paying for it anyway. Well, you do what you wanna do. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. The law says you shall fund elections. That's it.
The law does not tell us how much we should fund them.
Yeah, it shall implies 100% of what they asked for.
Well, then there's no point in having this committee oversee anything, and the state needs to come in and relieve this
I'm telling
committee.
you where it's headed.
And the state should come in and relieve this committee of its duty to oversee that if we have no authority over it.
And that's on top of all on top of all the attorney's fees that you're paying for 3 sets of crowns.
I can make a
Well-
motion that we ask the state to pay for the election costs.
You can.
I think that's I would be for this, but
If they want to charge.
can we take that up in legislative? Because that needs to come from legislative.
Yes.
I will bring it up in legislative, I'll do my best. As a member of legislative, I will ask the legislative chairman to add that to budget, or to that. I'll make one.
They're already paying for me, right, the primary, right?
So that's right. Here's what I would know. My understanding is, and I'm gonna speak limited amount on this because we are in an active suit. My understanding is that, the nature of this suit, or the nature of the current state is that we are to cease work. And so ceasing work means things stay where they are. We're not the ones changing things.
They are not.
Well, they're the ones.
Completely.
So, anyway, motion carries. Moving on to EMS.
Well, was there a vote?
No, did we not vote for it? Sorry. I'll take a vote on this. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Okay, motion carries. All right, so EMS, $139,370.10 from general fund, unassigned fund balance for repair of an ambulance. I entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second, Ms. Boyd. Are you good with
I
waiting?
made the motion.
Or to wait a second?
Sure, we can wait.
Ms. Boyd, go ahead.
I would just like to ask, what are we repairing, coming from the insurance board? I'd like to ask, did we wreck it, or did it wear out?
No,
It was wrecked.
It was wrecked.
Not our fault.
Right, this was the one we were not involved.
And I don't care, I mean, I'm okay with
Going
that.
through the insurance process now, but it's my understanding that the driver of the other vehicle may be underinsured. But regardless, we gotta get that vehicle back on the road. We don't have time to wait for insurance. Was this the one for? No, that was fire truck. No, I'm sorry.
Mr. Klein, go ahead.
But we're hoping to be reimbursed, although.
Oh,
we
yeah,
understand.
we're going through those motions.
Yeah, so we may get all the money back.
Ms. Boyd.
And just from a budget standpoint, I know y'all don't like this, but I talk a lot. If we could suspend the rules, I just want to ask Mr. Possible with new ambulance.
Without objection. Okay, Mr. Bosco.
And it has nothing to do with my vote here, I just want to know when you're getting new ambulances.
When?
Yes,
So right now, we have about 10 ambulances on order.
Yeah.
And they'll start arriving sometime between now and 32 months from now.
32 months.
Yeah. Wow. So
Are they staggered? They all go come at once?
There's a group of 5 that were ordered with ARPA funds that, there'll be a few months staggered, but not, year to year like we need them. So that's just been, we still got the COVID back up.
Yeah.
And that's based honestly, the chassis are coming along, we're able to get those, but actually to get ambulances produced, there's quite a long lines, and
Are you
there's a
gonna-
lot of problems.
Are you gonna be able to make it that long with mileage and everything?
That's one reason we want to get this one back on the road so quick. It's a 21-year model, it's got some miles on it, but, we can get this one repaired in 4 or 5 months, rather than waiting that 32 months, to get this one back on the road. So, we're running ambulances with 300,000 miles right now, but that's, just a problem that we're having to work through. It's not a situation we want to be in.
Do you have a plan B? If we don't get those new ones and your other ambulances die, you got a plan B? Can we rent them?
No, they will be here.
Okay,
We're going to
thank you.
get them. That's going to happen.
Mr. Klein.
Yeah, I don't have a question.
Without objection, I'll pull us back. Oh, go ahead.
Did you want to move that to capital?
Oh, we did talk about that. Yes, thank you for
We
reminding me.
can.
Can we not do that?
It's repairs.
Let's bring this, I'll bring us under the rules here, and we'll discuss this. Kim, I do have a question, because it's a one-time thing, fund for a capital item, can we not do that?
No, they're not.
and just, here, I don't fully understand. If it's a one-time purchase for a,
It's not a one-time purchase, it's a fix.
It's a repair.
well, it's a repair on a, I mean,
It's something you already own.
There's accounting.
so that's gonna be considered maintenance of a, okay, all right,
The
well,
app would not like that.
all right. Well, then, we won't do that then. All right. We have more ability, it would be easier for us if we could do it in capital, but if we can't do it, we can't do it. All right, any other discussion on this? All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Sheriff's Office, $9,520 for state, inmate medical reimbursement.
Motion.
This passed through, this doesn't need a second reading.
Correct.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And note, Ms. Browning, that item A2 was unanimous, and the motion was to waive the second reading, so that we can go forward. Finance Department, item number 4A, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 4B, decrease in budget, Brown House revenue due to be received. So this is Ms. Browning, please make sure, I think we talked about this one. This is a year-over-year trend.
The revenue was not anticipated to be received in fiscal year '25, so it was budgeted in fiscal year '26. We actually received it in '25, so we need to fix the budget.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, aye. Okay, let's do that one again. We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously. $19,500 carryover unused opioid restricted funds for Sumner Prevention Coalition.
I don't understand.
Do you want to just do C and D?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion to group and approve C and D. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm abstaining because I don't understand. Are we just carrying it over from year to year?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Yes.
You yes? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, item number B1, memorandum of agreement, Sumner County, City Gallatin for fast track grant. This is legislative. We just talked about this.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 105,000 charitable nonprofit allocations. Go ahead.
I would like to vote no on that last.
Which one? You want to vote on the
B1.
He wants to vote no for water.
Okay. We talked. Listen.
It's a lot more complicated.
It's more complicated than that, and Jerry and I nearly.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mr. Becker, go ahead.
Once there's item number 2's on the table, I want to speak.
Okay, got it. Well, so item number B2.
Motion.
Okay, motion is second. Mr. Becker, go ahead.
So this was, I chaired this nonprofit allocation, committee a few weeks ago. We did, narrow it down to, we did get it down to the 105. There was a request from the committee that we voted on to request for next year to move it up to 125. That doesn't have to be voted on right now, but something to remember in our upcoming budget cycle is the request from the committee was to move this up from 105 to 125 next year, not retroactive, but moving forward. That was a request. So just wanted to mention that.
Ms. Boyd.
So I wanted to speak to that, but it's exactly to that topic. We have, and I brought this up the last 2 years in budget, and it's in the middle of the day and everybody's tired now. Usually tell me to be quiet. We have other non-charitable organizations that we give to, and we give them in a different category. I'm okay giving all this money, but I feel like that in transparency, we should put it all together, and that would be putting Ashley's Place, the Sumner Museum, all those nonprofits all together, so we can see the total. And I'd like to do that this budget cycle, that we move them all together, and it will exceed the amount you're asking to even move it.
But we're
I want to
understanding
see, we need to show what we're giving.
I agree with that, and, can we just do that this time around for budget? Put all of the donations that we make across the board. I don't know if we.
Nonprofits.
The nonprofits.
We do. There's just a line that says.
It's just some of them are divided and they're considered in October instead of being
So
considered with the normal budget
I would
cycle.
like to.
So you're wanting to consider them all
All
in the
together,
spring.
All together.
and the amount will be more than 105. It'll probably be somewhere around 2 something.
We would just need
It's
to,
way more than that.
we would just
Yeah, we
need to
will.
have them submit
Let's
their
just-
applications for the spring cycle and not in the fall.
Yeah,
You would almost need to communicate that now.
Yeah.
we would.
Yeah, we send those out and Jessica sends out, thing in January, so.
Go ahead.
If we're gonna do it that way, then does that committee then take over all of it?
I would
love
I
that
would
committee
be
to
happy
take
for them
over
to
it.
do that, yes.
Yes.
I think it's a smart idea.
I would still like them to do it earlier in the spring. That would
It
be nice.
used to be done that way.
I mean, do you want to make that important? I think we can handle that here. I mean, I think it's germane to the, go ahead.
If I may ask Jessica to give a little backstory of why we split it out in the first place and what the differences are between the two different types of nonprofit, not to put you on the spot, but.
Some are civic organizations and some are charitable, so Deanne DeWitt a few years ago decided to split those up and discuss them in a different category.
Yeah, so you got.
No, I understand the difference.
Two different.
I totally
Exactly.
understand.
So right now, there's one budget line item for all of them.
Yep.
This has a 105 line item, so this just drills down into that 105. So the 105 is already incorporated in the total amount.
I get
on
it.
the budget side.
I get it.
I know you do. I just want to make sure everyone gets that. So, because I'm not sure everyone understands that piece.
Here's what I'll do, Ms. Boyd.
I understand.
Because, just so we can, I will add, let's just add this as a discussion, as a topic, for new business next time, and that way we can put it out, and we give everybody enough time to react to it, because I think I'm in favor of this, unless something pops up a good reason not to.
Yeah, I'm a little unclear.
But we'll just, let's come back to,
Because you got volunteer fire department.
yeah, that's its own thing too.
No, it's fine.
Oh, I know. Oh.
So if you are talking about things, so it's not $200,000.
We're talking about
$2
million now.
$2 million.
Yeah. So let's get back, because we're getting a little off topic
No,
here.
as we put it on next month, I would like everybody to think about it, because yes, it is the same, and each fire department should stand on its own by services that they're providing, just as the senior citizen centers stand on their own.
I totally, look, I am in much agreement with many of the things that are, I'm just saying, we're getting a little off topic. We will absolutely bring this up. I think it's a great idea. We will bring it to next budget.
You need to revisit, A4, C, and D, those need a waiver set.
They didn't get, they might, we'll come back to it. If we need to revisit that, that's fine. I'll take who made so we made a motion, I think I seconded it. I'm good.
I'm glad to wait a second.
I'm good with that, but we need to re-vote on that. So all in favor of 4C and D with waiving the second reading?
Aye.
Okay, we're good to go. Thank you, Ms. Brown. Okay, so we're back to B2. I don't know if we had a motion to approve this yet.
Yeah, there's a motion.
Was it, who made the motion?
Ms. Bergdorf?
Okay, was there a second?
Yes,
We
Ms.
have-
Reyes?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries unanimously. All right, Tri-County Electric Membership, Corporation, multi-year for, Westmoreland EMS. I'd entertain a motion to approve. Motion. Second.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna second it.
No, I second it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is a minimum payment of $478.31 a month. I don't know that, I'm curious as to why Tri-County needs a minimum payment. And maybe Mr. Mayor could.
Mr. Isbell, do you have
It's just the way the contract's structured.
is this,
Yeah, I mean, it's a commercial contract. They have a minimum payment.
I've been payments in commercial contracts.
I have too, and I know Tri-County does it. That may be a totally understood amount per month. I just wanted to question it because it seems high for two human beings in a facility, although it is a big facility.
Ms. Boyd.
This is the minimum do we pay
Every month.
the utilities on top of that, or are the utilities in there? So like the utility bill is, let's say $300, so we pay $478, or do we pay $778? Do we pay the $300 on top of that?
It's a minimum,
So
If the bill comes in at $500, we pay $500.
Not $978.
I got you.
but if it comes in,
If it comes in at $300, we pay $478.
right.
Almost like budget bill.
Yeah, that's, I mean, this is, I've seen stuff like this for any number of services. All right,
Is this, you're good with this, obviously, Mayor? Okay.
any other discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,